Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hope you're doing well. There's a quote here in Mufti Menk's Motivational Moments, Book 1, that I wanted to share with you. Bismillah. Some act like they don't know you and are only friendly when they need help. So be it. Help if you can. He sends different people to test us. This is a hard one because, getting a call from somebody only when they need help is the worst. Yet, sometimes it can be a compliment that whenever they have a problem, they come to you. Maybe you're one in a lineup, but they still see you as someone who is useful, has utility, has solutions, is a problem solver. And we have to understand that some people, they're in their own zone, and then they really only look outwardly when something goes wrong, and we should do better. But all of us are busy in our own way, so we can't really nitpick too much. But we have to work on that ourselves. And to help somebody, despite knowing that they're just going to ghost you for a long time again until they wind up needing something else, can be hard to do. I remember my uncle, one of my uncles that is, he would always complain that the family sees him as the ATM and they're always coming to him, but he's one of the only people with wealth in the family. And at that point, it's like, okay, you're Mr. Christian, patriarchal religion, you shouldn't be complaining when people who are needy come to you. You're not going to take your wealth with you, and if you have it, give it, I'd argue. So, how does somebody not feel like an ATM when people are pestering them with financial things? Also, my mom would always badger my grandpa for money, and he's like 80 years old, blind in one eye, had open heart surgery, walks with a cane. I mean, he's struggling, and she could get a job. She's on disability, has bipolar, and she's nagging essentially her stepdad, who's 1 foot in the grave, for money. And you're like, huh. And I can see how that can wear someone down, as in, you're a full-fledged adult. You're literally a grandma at that point, because my mom is a grandma. So, you need to get your life together. But again, she's never going to. But it can wear people down. And she does only call when she needs something. And people have to work on that. And I also think it's the type of help. Because how do you hold the line where, like, oh, we need money, we need this, we need that, and then you're like, okay, well, you don't have the respect to hold a conversation with me or check in on my health, but suddenly you need money for your light bill and I'm the person to help, and then I give it to you, and then you're who knows where until the next time you run into trouble. That's disheartening, and we can't pretend it's not. But if somebody, like a classmate, they are in your class and you're studying every day, doing your job, they're goofing off, looking at Amazon on their laptop instead of paying attention to the lecture, midterm exams are coming up, and then they're like, hey, can you, oh, hey, how you doing? You know, oh, yeah, I really liked what you said in class. Could you, give me some, tutoring lessons? You know, I'm really struggling with these, questions and whatnot, and I'm nervous for the exams. Could you help me with that? And then I could see you being like, yes. Like, that person was only nice because they wanted your help as the nerd. And I've had people do that, and I did it. I don't have a problem with that. And it's actually quite a compliment, because you're like, yeah, I don't expect you to be my buddy, but you saw that I was excelling in the class, I'm super in the zone, sitting in the front row, engaging, just a notebook and pencil, no phone out, and then you want to reply, yes, okay, like you want some help, you want something from me in that regard, sure. Then I don't see it as a problem. But there's so many wonderful nuances of when do you help somebody. Also, it could be just a mom. Like, hey, I have a doctor's appointment. Or this is always how they approach sometimes. Not always, but you get it. Like, hi, how are you? Yeah, it's good to see you. Oh, hey, are you free this Friday or this Saturday? Oh, yeah, why? Oh, I was wondering if you could watch, so and so because I have a doctor's appointment or I have to go to the airport or something. And you're like, okay, sure, yeah, I can do that. Like, you see, like, they don't always talk to you and they're being nice. Not that they're rude, but that they are suddenly super overly nice because they want to lower your guard and then submit a request from you, right? So we have to watch that. I think it can be dangerous territory though when a husband is only nice to his wife when he wants intimacy. The rest of the time he's not kind, he's not charming, he's not romantic. And then he wants help relief, right? Sensual relief from his wife, and he needs help with that. It's like, and then it's like a very alienating feeling as a woman where you're like, wow, you have those physical needs, but what of her romance, emotional needs? And then, there's a whole conversation about that, but it's a one to be had that rises up when you think about this. So we ourselves, we must be nice even when we're in a bad mood and when we don't need people. And there are times where we give mercy to people because it's a test of our charity, of our patience, of our forgiveness. It's not easy. I certainly won't say that it is. Because it also feels a bit insulting because you're like, oh, I wasn't good enough when you were at your high times. Now when you're at your low times, you come crawling back. It can make you feel some type of way, right? So let me know what you think. Maybe you've experienced a situation like this, and I'd be curious to see what you have to say. Take care.